Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, about a year ago I bought a 2006 Range Rover Vogue in Givony Green with the 4.4 litre Jaguar V8. It was quite a snowy day if I recall. I forget now the exact price because 12 months has passed, but I think I paid about £3,000 for it. And although it was fine mechanically, it had been looked after very well, cosmetically it needed a little bit of TLC. It had scuffs and scratches in various places, the headlamps were all cloudy, it had the wrong grille on it, it was missing a sun visor. It was quite a long list, it just looked a bit unloved really. Over the last 12 months, lots of people have sent me messages asking where I'm up to with it because I just haven't done an update. Well, today, that is all about to change because I'm back in it. It's back on the road with a clean MOT. I have massively overspent with it as well, and I'm not out of the woods yet. There are still quite a number of jobs to do. Still, you can't really put a price on my weird obsession slash hobby, can you? The more I use it, the more I love it. It's definitely a keeper, this. It's only done 76,000 miles. I got it MOT'd last week, and when I was looking through the history, it'd only done about 1,000 miles a year for the last 5 or 6 years. And I know I've mentioned it before, but I love this colour. Givony Green, I think, really suits the Range Rover. So, yeah, this one's definitely a keeper. I'm quite pleased with myself now that I've given this car the pampering that it deserved. In addition to a very lot of fresh paint, I've also had an engine and gearbox service done as well. What's that weird noise? I think I spoke too soon, guys, with this one. It's making a bit of a weird noise. Sounds like I've got something caught under the car. All this money I've given you, this is how you treat me. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, that's where we were. So, in addition to all the fresh paint, I also had an engine and gearbox service done. That doesn't sound good at all, does it? I think I've picked something up here. I think there might be something caught in a wheel. Oh well, I'll just have to turn the radio up, won't I, for now, until I get it sorted. A bit of a belt noise there as well. So yeah, in addition to all the fresh paint that it's had, I've also given it an engine and gearbox service because there was no evidence of the gearbox being serviced, so I've had that done, and I just changed the oil and filter basically just to keep it up to date. I also removed the old supercharged style mesh front grille and side vents. It bothered me slightly that they just weren't right for this car. This car isn't a supercharged, it's just a 4.4 litre V8 petrol. I should really say this next bit in a high-pitched adenoidal voice, but it was the 4.2 litre supercharged that had those mesh grills, not this one. So I replaced those with the original slatted style grille, which I found on eBay. I just think it looks a whole lot better. It's much more understated and classy. What else did I do? I bought a set of mud flaps for it. Can't remember whether it had them or not, or maybe they were just scruffy, but I can't remember. Anyway, I ordered a fresh set. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let me pull up somewhere and I'll give you a quick tour of it. That's probably the best thing to do. But before we do, I just want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Surfshark. If you want to protect yourself while you're shopping online or doing online banking, then you really need to check out Surfshark. They're a VPN service provider. It protects you so that all your data and your details and your IP address are hidden, so cyber thieves can't view it. In addition to that handy feature, it blocks malware, phishing, ads and other kinds of nastiness, which in turn can speed up your bandwidth and make your device stream things much more quickly. The last thing I want to do is get my card details stolen or my bank details hacked, and since I've been using Surfshark, touch wood, that just hasn't happened. Another good thing about Surfshark is you can change your location settings so you can watch your favourite content from online streaming services like Netflix. You know how sometimes you want to watch a show or a film and it says it isn't available? Well, with Surfshark you can change your location settings so that it thinks you're in a different territory. Then all of a sudden it becomes available. You can download the app very easily from the App Store and you can use it on multiple devices. It's cheap and easy to use. We're all online a huge amount of time these days, so you just don't know how much information you're putting out there, so it's better to be protected rather than not. Especially if you frequently use insecure public Wi-Fi spots such as at airports, train stations and other places. If you're interested in checking out Surfshark and you want to get an even better deal, then use my promo code HighPeakAutos and you'll get 3 months extra totally free. Or click the link below in the video description. Or visit surfshark.deals/HighPeakAutos. And thanks Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. Right, let me give you a tour then. So Jimmy, who did the paint work, Jimmy the Magician, has done a really good job, and he even did this inside. So you see all this textured silver here? It all gets scratched and scuffed and stuff. It's quite a common issue on L322s. So he took all the trim off and then repainted it. It looks really good. So in terms of things that I still need to do, I need to sort this steering wheel out. See how worn it is around the outer edge? I think I need to sort of clean it off and then re-stain it, re-dye it. I think that would work. Or alternatively, I keep looking on eBay for replacement steering wheels, but they're all in similar condition. So unless I can find new old stock, which I don't think I will, I need to just smarten this up a little bit. My reverse camera still doesn't work, so let me just fire her up. When I put it in reverse, the screen's just black, it's just dead. So I have actually ordered a brand new camera from Land Rover, but it's on back order, and it was about £500. So again, I think I need to go to eBay really. So there's that, what else? I replaced the sun visor. Need to clean off that actually. I think that's the scrapyard's marker pen. So replace the sun visor, that was an easy job. The guys over at Tameside Valeting have cleaned up the interior, and again, it's cleaned up really nicely. Because it had sat for a year, it was looking a little bit sorry for itself. I need to stick on this sill cover thing there. In fact, I might just take that off. Don't really like those. And I still need to do something with the wheels. They're quite badly corroded. And I was going to replace the tyres, but they actually look okay, don't they? The Nexans. Matching Nexans with plenty of tread. Yeah, I think I'll keep those. But yeah, I will take it to Prestige Wheels and get those wheels dipped, stripped and then powder coated. Because that sort of lets the side down a little bit. Doesn't it sit well though? What else can I tell you? I ordered a new trim here for that covers that little section there, which is actually on my desk at work. I just need to clip that on. The front parking sensors don't work, so I need to get those rectified. It's a big old bus this, so I would quite like it if they worked. Piece of trim loose there. Fixed. I think it looks far better though with those simple slatted grills and side vents as opposed to the old supercharged style. What do you think? Jimmy also painted the handles. Oh, in fact, let me show you what he did. So, if you remember, the headlamps were quite cloudy, you could barely see through them. And believe it or not, they're the original headlamps. So he's buffed them back and they've come up really well. There was a slight little scuff there that couldn't come out. But apart from that, very good, isn't it, for a 17-year-old car? I actually found 2 replacement front wings in Givany Green. They were from a breaker up in Scotland, I think, so I got them sent down. I think I paid £60 per wing, and then maybe another 50 for shipping. So they didn't need painting, and they were in good condition. They weren't they weren't rusty at all. So he's painted pretty much the whole car, to be honest. He's done a really good job. It's had new mud flaps, like I mentioned. I can't remember whether it had them or not, but anyway, it does now. They were from a company called Powerful UK. After I did my last video, the previous owner got in touch with me via Facebook, funnily enough, and I was missing the parcel shelf and the dog guard thing, and she kindly sent me a message to say, I think in one of my outhouses or something, I've got the parcel shelf, so I'll have a look for you. So, she was true to her word. So I've got the parcel shelf now and the dog guard, and she found a load of extra service history, which is a result. That was the old supercharger style mesh grille and side vents, so I think they can go on eBay. And there's my old sun visor, which needs to go to the tip. Could do with a boot liner for this as well. Just keep it nice and clean. The reverse camera goes up there. It's quite a common issue, that, so. If you remember, my arches were quite rusty as well, and Jimmy's sorted that out. There's no way of fixing it really without sort of cutting it all out, but at least it's a bit smarter looking. Just have to keep my eye on that, I guess. He's also painted the handles, which are now nice and fresh. So I think that's about it, guys. I just thought I'd keep you up to date with what's going on with it. But I'm very nearly there with it. So what I think I might do is just use it and see what faults develop, and just, I could almost create a bit of a snagging list with it and then just go through the faults as and when I discover them. So there are already probably half a dozen things for me to sort out, and then it is done. So yeah, that's about it. It's a cool car though, isn't it? Can't believe I get so excited over a 17-year-old car. It's just a really nice, honest old thing. And it drives really well, particularly well. It's solid over the bumps, it doesn't knock or rattle. It's very tight, so I can tell it's had money spent on it in the right areas. And I was quite amazed by this, but my air conditioning even works. And on my black 2002 Range Rover, it doesn't. Shame I didn't have this in the summer, wasn't it really? So I think that's about it. Thank you once again for watching. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done already. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok. I'll leave the link below. And yeah, cheers guys. See you next time.